morning, everyone. My name is Mayra Alejandra Tensarico, and today we're going to talk about error analysis. So, for introduce this topic, we all have to take into account that as future English teachers, we'll have to acquire certain level of language that not all of it is properly used or not even used in our daily routine. Through this activity, we will expose the errors that are common for B1.1 students that have recently passed the elementary level E2. Also, the errors are going to be categorized and analyzed from the linguistic perspective that studies the different aspects of a language and that are immersed in the utterances of a foreign languages student at the moment of acquired the target language. Finally, a brief conclusion about the possible reasons behind these errors. So, as you can see in the screen, this is the document that I've chosen. Legend is the number 33 of the list of documents. It's summary about the chapters 4, 5, and 6 about apparently a book that is called I Am Legend. So for you to read it better, I already transcribed it. You're going to realize that there are some errors and some mistakes. So what we're going to do right now is have a deeply view of this. So here we have the grid of written analysis. I'm going to start with the mistakes. Most of the mistakes made by the students in this document are morphological and just slips. Why? Because as you can see in the second column, we can see this word started. So this is just a mistake because when we were typing, and maybe this morpheme just came into the word, the same as thought, and the last one, hen, that is then. Here we have in and, entered, where else? Here, frightening, toy, too, and that is this specifically is repetition because maybe he just forget or he was typing fastly, so he typed it twice. Carefully, careful, and answered. So these ones, you can play games and activities that encourage writing for practicing the writing skills. This is a type of remediation that I found that could be helpful for the students. Could be crossword puzzles or word games. Even a good activity could be create a reading space or encourage the reading. Now we're gonna jump into the errors. As you can see in the first error we have in his 40 years. If you try to translate it from Spanish into English, this is the specific case, you're going to translate it literally in his 40 years to say en sus 40 años or 40 years, in his 40 years. But in English, you can just say in his 40s. So this is an interlingual error because we add something that changed the lexicon. Oh, wait, yeah, in lexicon. Here in Earth, we also have the fifth one, tomate, and the correct is tomato. This also is interlingual because they or him just type it in Spanish. Just the change of a little morpheme that can do. Here we have also um, these translators that are not trustful, this could be a remediation for them, contextualize them, that the use of translators such as Google Translator are not trustful because they do a literal translation. As an example, we have and he had afraid of. If you try to say it in Spanish, this could have any meaning, but in English it's not like that. We don't use the verb to have. Instead, we use the verb to be. And this is intralingual because he's trying to translate it from L1 to L2. The same thing in He Get to Santa Monica. The kind of type of remediation, just this conceptualizing and make him realize that this is not a good way to write in English, that we can't really use these kind of translators. Also, I have some mistakes that are not morphological. For example, in this, as you can see, he said he will get drunk. Here we can find a mistake, and this is a syntactical omission because as I think that it could be in a good way, is he started to think he will drunk. Maybe he just was, as I said before, typing fastly and he forget um, this word. An easily way for doing a remediation is just let the student realize of his mistake and correct himself. So, as you can see, and as a way of conclusion, we have that the error analysis help us to realize of the mistakes we make. That the words could be good ones or bad ones to correct the learning gaps in the past, and of course to improve our proficiency and producing on another language. Thank you so much, and goodbye.